morning, friends. Today we are going to talk about poem number 2, Indian Weavers. This poem is narrated by Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu, if I speak in short, she was not only a poet but also a freedom fighter. When I talk about Sarojini Naidu, she was the eldest of the sisters born to that time scientist and a poet. She got married in the year 1898 to Dr. Govind Rajulu, and her marriage was an intercaste marriage, which was a rare occasion of her time. Now when you talk about Sarojini Naidu, now we talk about her poetic career. So let me tell you one thing, that her poetic career is lyrical and evocative poetry. It blended Indian culture with universal themes. Some of her most famous works are The Golden Threshold in the year 1905, The Bird of Time in the year 1912, and The Broken Wing in the year 1917. The main part about a poem is that it often celebrated India's traditions, nature, and people using vivid imagery and musical rhythms. Now we focus on the second part of her career. And that second part of the career is freedom struggle. Sarojini Naidu was a very close associate of Mahatma Gandhi, in brackets Mohan Karamchand Gandhi, and she played a significant role in India's fight for independence. She was the first women president of Indian National Congress in the year 1925. And after independence, she became the governor of the United Province, to which today we call as Uttar Pradesh. So this was a short information about the background of the poet. Her name is Sarojini Naidu. She was also given a title. She was bestowed upon by a title as Nightingale of India. So I hope I'm very clear about Sarojini Naidu. Now we start with the poem.
Friends, I come to you from many thousand miles away as the ambassador of a very ancient country to the youngest nation in the world. It may surprise you that a country which you are taught to regard as conservative should have chosen a woman to be its representative and ambassador. But if you read aright the whole history of Indian civilization, you will realize that woman has been the very pivot of its culture, of it all its inspiration, and of all the embassies of peace that have gone abroad for many centuries to the uttermost parts of the world. I arrived only last night past that Statue of Liberty that stands as a guardian of your freedom at the gateways of a new world. And with the best intention in the world to feel unfamiliar in this new country, my spirit feels that it has come home to a new version of old things. If in one word, before the signal goes up for me to stop being a cinema star, I might say what my country says to you. It says in the words of the old Hindu prayer that rises up in every home night after night, Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. And I think whether it be the old world or the New World, the whole purpose of our civilization is to create and to sustain those conditions of peace for our own homes and for the homes of the nation.
So the poem is presented in 3 paragraphs or 3 stanzas. Every stanza has 4 lines. She has made the poem so simple that in the first 2 sentences, it happens as if Sarojini Naidu is asking, portraying a question to the weavers, and the line number 3 and 4 in every paragraph, it represents how the weavers give an answer to her. In this poem, she talks about a human life which passes through 3 phases. First phase is childhood. The second phase is adulthood. And the third phase is old age and eventually leading to death. She has made an attempt by comparing the clothes woven by the weavers to the different life cycles of a human being. So let us go on with paragraph number 1. The first paragraph says, weavers weaving at break of the day. Why do you weave a garment so gay? Now she gets an answer to this. Blue as the wing of a halcyon wild, we weave the robes of a newborn child. Now I start the explanation of it now. So the first 2 lines here, Sarojini Naidu, she portrays the weavers who are working at dawn, crafting a joyous and a vibrant garment. The color blue is linked to the halcyon bird's wing, symbolizing the beauty and hope of new beginnings. The garment represents the innocence and freshness of a baby's life. So here the weavers are telling us that what we are doing is we are using vibrant colors for a child who has just come into this world, for whom there are so many opportunities, for whom there is everything lying ahead. And when there is lots of hope, is always colorful, is always joyous, is always vibrant. So this was the first stanza. Now we move on to stanza number 2. So the stanza 2 says, here the poet is questioning again, weavers weaving at the fall of night. Why do you weave a garment so bright? To this the weavers give her an answer, like the plums of a peacock, purple and green, we weave the marriage wheels of a queen. So here in the second stanza, the time shifts from dawn to night. It's not exactly late night, it's evening. A moment associated with celebration and grandeur. The weavers craft a majestic marriage wheel in peacock-like colors of purple and green. Here these colors symbolize love, prosperity, and the richness of life's union. When you find your partner, when you find your companion, automatically your life becomes meaningful, right? So it is said, it is the richness of life's union. That's what the phrases I've used. The imagery, you have to imagine the scene. Here the imagery highlights the vibrancy and significance of Indian weddings. So the second stage is all about excitement, entering into a new phase of your life, having to play a new role as a husband or a wife, later on as parents, grandparents, and all the stuff. So that is second stanza, and this brings us to stanza number 3. So stanza 3, it brings us to the last phase of human life. Here it starts by the poet putting a question to the weavers, but this time she is serious minded and she says, "Weavers weaving Solomon and still, what do you weave in the moonlight chill?" Now, when you talk about a dead man's funeral shroud, this is the inevitable end of the journey. Everyone, you and me, whoever earlier there were people on this planet, their destiny, final destiny, I want to say, is to rest in peace. You have to die. So the final stanza shifts to a somber. By the meaning of somber, I mean to mean dark and gloomy. So it shifts to a somber mood as the weavers are shown working in the cold, chilling moonlight. They weave a white shroud for the deceased. That means the person who has died, symbolizing purity and finality. Here the imagery of witness reflects peace and inevitable conclusion of life's journey. Inevitable मतलब कोई रोक नहीं सकता. Nobody can stop it. The end is the same for one and all. The poem beautifully connects the stages of life, the birth, adulthood or marriage, and old age or death, through the weaver's creation. So my dear children, this is what I would like to express my understanding of the poem. It's a fantastically written poem, and if you can go through the video before your examinations, it's going to be very simple for you. Every stanza, every line I've explained to you. Coming up next with appreciation of the poem. Till then, please take good care of yourself. Goodbye.